Stephanie?
Yeah, please. Good evening, everyone. Happy New Year. It is Thursday, January 22nd, 7 p.m. We are here for the public, well, no one signed up for the public hearing, so we are here for the full board meeting of Bronx Community Board 11. Jeremy's going to start out with attendance.
Okay. So we have, if you're here and your name, yeah, I'll tell you who's I don't have. So I have the entire executive board: Cynthia Rodriguez, Richard Reynoso, Veronica Castro, Hazel Mura, and Harry Santaella in person. Ryan Bartel is excused. Stephanie Bonilla to be determined. Patrizia or marked absent until further notice. Patri- no. Stephanie Bonilla. Bonilla. I'm sorry. That's all right. So no, Stephanie was marked absent until further notice. Patrizia Camber is in person. Junior Campbell's excused. Stacey Ann De Leon is in person. Alex Ellison is in person. Moshe Fuchs is in person. Ken Gelnick, absent. D1 Jones, absent. Deborah Kowalik in person. David Levitt. Did he say, I feel like he sent an email, but we'll double check. No, David. Kadira Lowe, absent. Juan Luciano, absent. Jackie Lutnick in person. Damaj Nasser, remote. Herbert, I feel like he sent something too, but Myra absent. Myra excused. Naomi in person. Naomi Pemberton. Shred-handed Purdom in person. Juanita Randall absent. Joanne Rubino in person. Oral Selkridge in person. Abdus Shahid excused. Lisa Soto most likely excused. Christina Stevens in person. D.R. Taylor in person. Joe Thompson absent.
In person.
Oh,
Walked in.
there you go. Sandra Unger in person, Lisa Valala in person, Janice Walcott absent, although that might be changed. Dwayne Williams in person, Jeanette Wilson in person. So we have 22 people in person, at least one other person online. Cynthia?
So we have a quorum. Okay, so everyone let us rise in a way that is meaningful to you for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. A moment of silence for our fallen first responders and medical and military service personnel, and for those suffering throughout the world. Thank you. On to the reading of the conduct statement.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Committee Board 11 meetings must be held in a professional and hostile-free environment. The following rules of conduct are applicable to members of the Public Committee Board 11 and Committee Board 11 staff. Any action or behavior that disrupts, interferes with Committee Board 11 business will not be tolerated during any Committee Board 11 meeting. It may result in the individual being asked to leave. If the action or behavior continues, this may be considered disturbing the peace, and the appropriate authorities may be summoned. If the meeting is held remotely, the person may be muted or expelled for the remainder. Repeated violations by the same person or groups of people may result in further action by the committee board. All public speakers must address the full board or the committee with their concerns. Electioneering for the position other than officer of the board or committees with their concern is prohibited. Engaging in any acts of violence, including threats, are grounds for immediate suspension of the right to attend meetings pending review by the Ethics and Disciplinary Commission. Respect the equality, diversity, and privacy of all people by respecting and valuing difficulty of culture of opinion. Refrain from unpleasant or disparaging remarks or other actions. Abstain from all forms of harassment by activity, discouraging it, dismantling false information is prohibited.
Thank you. And gallery session is now open. Do we know if A.J. Ramos, political prisoner and whistleblower, is online? I don't see him here. Okay. All right, hold on. Debbie, your hand is up. Oh, okay. All right. Got it. All right. Okay. Anyone in the room who would like to speak in the gallery? No? Okay. We have a Ms. Sosa online with a hand up.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
I'm sorry, I am literally like a minute away. I'm in front of Centralite. I went to the wrong address. So I have a question. Mine was put for the public hearing. I live on 3014 Balk Avenue in the Bronx, which is right in front of the Eastchester housing. And just about a week ago, I live right in front of like where they put the trash. And recently, like a week ago, they put a new sign where it says that we are no longer allowed to park from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to know why those parking spaces, being that we already struggle finding parking, why those things were taken away. It didn't say, it's just a brand new sign that just got up from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. Monday through Friday, in addition to our Wednesday 9 to 10:30.
Makes it hard.
Jeremy, do you know anything about it? The 3014 Bauk.
Correct.
Avenue, there's, new parking signs where you can't park from 6 to 11 a.m.
So you've been going all the time.
Yeah, Ms. Sosa, can you send us an email to the community board office? You can find it online on the website.
Sure.
Send it to, send it to all of us, Jeremy, Chris, Harriet, and myself.
Will
We'll look
do.
into it, and then, we'll follow up with you
Okay, so that email is, I can find it on,
on
Wh-
the
I-
Bronx Community Board website. Yep, on our contact page.
okay, I will do that. I appreciate you so much. I'm sorry that I couldn't make it. I'm literally outside, but at this
There's no
point,
parking.
that's fine. There's no parking.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you, and we will
I-
definitely follow up with you.
Thank you. You have a wonderful night.
You too.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, Rabbi?
Should we
Ms.
go?
Sosa, are you
Yes.
still there?
I am.
Hold on, Ms. Sosa.
Sure. I'm still here.
Okay, so myself and Ms. Hazel, our head of transportation, Ms. Sosa, are they giving tickets for people parking there? Are they towing away people?
There,
Or-
it says no standing. Some people, I'm sure they're unaware of the sign because it's so new. I haven't seen personally, I haven't seen anyone get, oh, you did?
One.
Oh, I'm sorry. My sister who is with me, she did. She saw one person get a ticket.
Yeah,
ticket.
there's no
And the
cars.
signs went up what date?
I'm
exactly?
not sure. I would say no more than 2 weeks ago.
And you might have said this before. It's in front of what? What is
Okay.
it in front of?
So this is the back of Eastchester houses. There used to be one sign where it said no standing because I understand the workers have to get in. This new sign is now taking like 6 to 7 new parking spots. There is absolute, in my opinion, I'm not sure, maybe there is. There is no, there is like no reason because I've had this house since 2008 and it's never been an issue with anything, not even the trucks who come in at like 2 in the morning. Because that's another thing. I know that there's a big truck that pulls in to take the big garbage, but that has been going on since the Eastchester housing has been there. And they don't come from 6 to 11 o'clock in the morning. They come at like 2 o'clock in the morning because it's also very loud, but that's not a problem right now.
Okay, so you're saying it took away 6 to 7 spots.
Correct.
The red no standing sign.
Correct.
that means
6 to 3. 11.
Employees or nobody, including the borough president or the mayor or anybody, should be parking there. Is that a correct statement?
No one should be correct. You are right.
Okay, so you don't see anybody parking there with a permit or anything like that.
No, sir.
This is a regular no standing.
Okay, this is not so good. Thank you so much, Ms. Sosa. We will
Okay.
definitely look into it. Have a great
I
day.
appreciate you. Okay, you too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Seeing no one else for the gallery session will be closed. Moving on to our elected officials. Do we have anyone from the Bronx Borough President's Office? Anyone from Council Member Feliz's office?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, this is Cynthia from Councilmember Riley's office. Sorry, ran into a bit of traffic, but hi. I am a little bit familiar with this address. I had not heard about this change, but I am going to put my information in the chat if Ms. Sosa wants to follow up with me.
Wonderful, thanks. So I'm
Thank
not sure
you.
if you heard Cynthia from Councilmember Riley's office.
Oh, chat is disabled. Don't know how to fix that.
Oh. Jeremy will make you a panelist and then we'll take it from there. Do you want to try now?
Okay, it's gonna let me do it now. Thank you.
All right. So Ms. Sosa, just take a peek at the chat. So you can get in contact with Cynthia from Councilmember Riley's office.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Moving on to did I say Councilmember Felice's office? No answer there, right? Oh, okay. We have Pat from Councilmember Aldabal's office just walking in, so we'll circle back. We'll circle back to you. Huh? Shirley's here? Oh, I didn't see her because she's signing in. So sorry. So sorry, Council. Would you like a minute to settle in and I'll circle back to you? Okay.
Do you want me to do my report while she's getting settled in?
Cynthia, if you want to go ahead and speak for Councilmember Riley.
Sure. So hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Cynthia. I am the Director of Constituent Services and Legislative Coordinator for Councilmember Kevin Riley. We have two offices, one at 940 East Gun Hill Road near Evander High School, and the other at 135 Einstein Loop, room 44 on the second floor in Co-op City Section 5. So I usually break down my reports into little facets. So I'll break it down first legislation. We are in a new legislative session. So we are going to be looking at new legislation to introduce, as well as legislation we've been reading on before that we are in the process of reintroducing. If you have any ideas for piece of legislation, we will happily take it. Please reach out to our office with any of the information provided. And then in terms of the budget, so New York City Council has what's called discretionary funding. It is the annual process for these community partners to be able to apply for funding. This is going to be closing in the middle of February, but we are going to have a training next Tuesday on Zoom for anyone that wants to learn about discretionary funding, see if they're eligible, see how it works. Even if you're not ready this year, maybe you want to do it next year, but you want to just get ahead of it now. So if you would like to, you can reach out to our office, and I'm also going to put our link tree in the chat. In terms of constituent services, I do want to highlight that we have our tax prep starting also in February. It's going to be Wednesdays in Co-op City, Fridays at Gun Hill Road, free tax prep services. I'll put the information
seconds.
about the income. Oh, sorry. So yeah, I'll keep it fast. And then we also, one big event that I want to highlight that's happening next month is our annual Notice of Property Value event. This is for homeowners to find out about potential exemptions. Again, I'll put everything in the chat. I'm running out of time. Any questions?
Are there any questions for Councilmember Riley's office? Do you know if there's any way we can troubleshoot that?
I'm sorry, I missed what we were trying to troubleshoot.
Got it. All right. Thank you, Cynthia. Moving
No
on
problem.
to
Thanks for having me.
Councilmember Aldabal, welcome.
Hi, good evening.
You get 5 minutes.
I do. Okay. Well, I have some information to share. I hope everyone is doing well. Happy New Year. I think I can say Happy New Year until the end of the month, right? I never know what's allowed. But Happy New Year to everyone. So I'm Shirley Aldabal, newly elected council member for District 13. For those of you who don't know me, I'm going to say a little bit about myself. don't like talking about myself that much, but I'm going to do it anyway. I came out of the labor movement, 35 years. I started as a caseworker in the city of New York, went to work for the Social Service Employees Union that represents caseworkers for the city, District Council 37, and organized public sector workers in Puerto Rico, came back to New York City, and for the last 22 years or so, I was with SEIU Local 32 BJ, which is a union that represents building service workers, security officers, airport workers, basically property, what we call property services, contracted out workers in different service sectors in 13 states. 13 states, District 13 is like meant to be. And so I decided to run, and I am now and I'm very proud to be your city council member who represent this district. We are still in transition, so I would ask folks to be patient with us. We are still hiring. I want to introduce Patrick Hill, who is our district director, and he will be working on, the community liaison and constituent services for our offices. Our office. I say offices because we have here and at 250 Broadway downtown. But he will be basically here in the district office, working with our constituent liaisons, which we're still in the process of hiring. So if you know anyone who's interested, please, send your resumes. The office is still located at 1925 Williamsbridge Road. We are there. We have not posted office hours because it would be irresponsible for me to set office hours when I'm not fully staffed. And if for whatever reason Patrick's there and we post office hours, people are gonna be upset. But if you walk in, we turn nobody away. Okay, so if people walk in, people pass by and they're like, oh, let me go visit the council member's office, we will see anybody who walks in. And then our phone number is the same as the previous number, 718-931-1721. You don't have to take notes because we actually brought flyers to distribute to everyone. And our office's general email, which is also on the flyer, is district13@council.nyc.gov. So again, he brought leaflets with all of that information. So please give them out to folks today, and anyone in your where you live, your neighbors. So we're planning to our goal is to have be fully staffed by at least by middle of February. Plan to have an open house. Want to invite everyone from the community to meet our staff, go to the office, talk about stuff. And so I'm excited, that we're rolling along. Last week I received my council committee assignments. So I am the chair of the Civil Service and Labor Committee. Anybody here a public employee, city employee? Retired. Well, that counts too, because
30 seconds.
we deal with the retirement system. We deal with, everything having to do with the public employees, aging, consumer and worker protection, finance, hospitals, mental health and addiction, women and gender equity. Those are the committees that I'm on. So, thank you for the time.
Does anyone have any questions for the council member? Oral? Oh, wait, Mike, for the recording.
Want to know, when do you think approximately you'll have everything set up at your new location? You said? Oh.
Like I said, our goal, we're in the, we got, thankfully we got a ton of resumes, and that's a good problem to have. We had to review a bunch of resumes. We're still in the process of interviewing folks. My goal is to, at least by middle of February, to be fully staffed up. So that we can then, fully, open the office. But we are, Patrick is, returning phone calls, emails, dealing with issues and complaints and, any issues that, you want to bring to the council's office. Patrick is following up with folks.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Sandy? Yours is on, Sandy.
It's all well and good that you're looking for staff and everyone, but what are you hoping to do for the community that you represent? That I think is
I think my question to you is, what does the community need? I think when I talk to several people, every community in this district has different needs and different concerns, right? A lot of what people tell us is that, they're concerned with, clean streets, quality of life issues, public safety, those basic issues that I feel like we need to deal with those issues. And, there's an affordability crisis in the city and in this district. People are concerned that they can't afford to pay their rent. They're struggling to hold on to their homes because of a variety of reasons. They're concerned about not having affordable childcare, which, is something that the Speaker of the City Council is committed to doing. Access to health care. There are a lot of issues and they're different, right, depending on what part of the district you live in,
Okay. So I will say that both Jeremy and I have had,
could put a speed bump in places where people want a speed bump. I feel like that's a win.
absolutely.
It's like issues like that, right? Like,
Yes.
let's put a speed bump somewhere. Let's put a stop sign. It's like we have a lot of work to do to, make the agencies do what we need them to do. And I know that there have been situations where a stop sign was requested, 7, 8 years ago, and we're still waiting for it, right? It's like, so how can we, work with the other city agencies, work with the mayor's office to make it more effective and efficient, get the services to the community.
So I just wanted to share that both Jeremy and I separately had the opportunity to meet with a council member in her office. Was it last week, Jeremy? And we discussed having a strong collaborative relationship, which we haven't always seen. And this isn't about any other any other council. I'm just saying in general, not pointed towards anyone. But we're going to be proactive about working with the council member's office, just like Jeremy and I met with Council Member Riley's office 6, 7, 8 months ago, and we had the same conversation. It's important for us to have those relationships and foster them. So thank you. We look forward to working with you. Thanks for coming. Naomi has something. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you. Debbie, then Naomi.
Yeah, on Pelham Parkway and White Plains Road. In the Transportation Committee, it's been brought up many a times how dark it is under there. MTA doesn't want to take ownership. DOT don't want to take ownership. What could be done about the lighting under there?
Where, please? We weren't
Oh.
listening.
Pelham Parkway and White Plains Road, the bus stop area. It is extremely dark. It's extremely dark under there, and none of the city agencies want to take ownership. Nobody wants to play well with each other. What can you do about fixing that area? But you go to area, right? You go to areas that have more money, that are more affluent, and they got more lighting. And here it's extremely dark.
Before I turn it over to Naomi, I do want to say that this has come
I'm
up.
sorry,
Sorry.
they can't hear me. Okay.
Okay.
The
I-
answer is, I don't know who's responsible for the lighting, but we are gonna do our damnedest to find out.
So, let's talk with Jeremy because we know that we have been in conversations with Jesus at DOT. They are aware, apparently there's like a work order and everything. It's just a matter of getting a date from whoever the powers that be are. But we'll definitely try to coordinate with you so that you can hold their feet to the fire. Naomi?
Hi. I hope you're well this evening. My name is Naomi, and I have like a question slash comment. So basically, your predecessor was very community orientated. She would have meet and greets. She would come into the community. She would go to different activities. I know you just started, but I just wanted to know if that is a path as you carve your own path. Is that a path that you will also be taking in being more community oriented?
Yes, the answer is yes. And, you know, if I can't come to a community event, I will make sure that there is staff from my office who can attend, you know, meetings like this. You know, my goal is to try to make it to community board meetings at least once a quarter. Hopefully I could, I can achieve that goal. But there are a lot of community events, there are a lot of community meetings, a lot of civic meetings, a lot of stuff like that. But I do, like, at least in this first quarter of the year, want to make the rounds to every single one of those meetings as much as possible. I can't get to every meeting or every event or everything in the first month because I also, you know, I also have work to do as a legislator, you know, on the city council. And so, you know, a lot of my work is at City Hall and, you know, at 250 Broadway where I have my offices, and obviously at City Hall when we have hearings and being a chair of committee also, you know, to hold city agencies, you know, accountable for hiring, for pay equity issues that have persisted in the city when unions and workers go to the bargaining table, you know, coordinating with, you know, the Office of Labor Relations and you know, the different unions. It's not just DC 37. There's like 5 or 6 other unions. So it's like, there's that level of work. And then, you know, obviously, you know, I want, you know, if not me personally, my office to be very engaged with, you know, all parts of the community.
Thank you. Actually, I was going to cut it off at Naomi because Christine also had something. I'll give you both one more and then that's it because she's a new council person. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. Congratulations and thank you for coming by. My name is Christina Stevens. Naomi addressed most of what I wanted to say, and that was my thoughts. So thank you for coming by, and we look forward to seeing you and engaging with the community. And congratulations again. Happy New Year.
Joanne?
Hi, how you doing? Nice to meet you. This is a hot button issue and we're not gonna get into it, but many people in our community are concerned about Just Home. As the council person, to sit down and give us assurances, give the community members assurances, and also a lot of transparency as what's gonna happen. I know it's probably a done deal, but there are a lot of things that we would want to know before it happens, so.
Just full transparency, I had my first meeting and it was more of like, we need to meet each other and talk. And found out that the mayor was having a press conference on Monday, which I did not attend because I was just like, I'm just finding out about it now. But, you know, said to them that I want to continue meeting with them to be able to address the issues and concerns that the community has about this project. I did share with them that people felt that, you know, there wasn't a lot of transparency. You know, they disagree, but I said, I'm just telling you what I'm hearing from people. And I'm just telling you what I'm hearing, you know, from door knocking on 1,000 doors. And, you know, just talking to people who I see on the street who say, you know, we're concerned about this, right? So I definitely want to raise those issues, and I want to continue to work with, you know, with Cynthia and Richard and everybody here, so we can bring those issues to me so that when we sit down with them, we say, you know, what are you going to do about this? You know, we need you to fix that. You know, it's like, it is a done deal, but there's still room to, you know, tweak and you know, and address the concerns that people have, you know?
Thank you very much.
Thank you again. I'm gonna circle back to the Bronx Borough President's office.
Wepa! I want to, on behalf of the Bronx Borough President, welcome you, Councilwoman. Breath of fresh air, let's do our work, and we're here, we're gonna be there. Real brief, the Bronx Borough President will be going, the applications for community boards will be live before the beginning of the month. It'll be in English and in Spanish. She's also working on other languages. She's encouraging return and new members. The Bronx Borough President also is part of a $5.6 million investment in our bordering community board, Lehman High School Education Campus. 50% of their students are from this side of the community board. So they're going to be revitalizing their athletic field and also working with our colleagues in government to make sure that happens. Skipping right over it. The president is also working on fire safety with the mayor's office, as well as our colleagues in FDNY and American Red Cross. Very important. Do not have those e-bikes indoors. If you live in a 6th floor below, you know, fire safety, the fire escape. If you live up, you know, escape. If you live above a 6th floor, make sure that you shelter in place and put something wet and stay low. We're going to be doing, with all the community boards and police precinct councils, we'll be doing some FDNY safety. Also that the American Red Cross and FDNY gives free installation. Yep. So anyway, so also, and I'm going to ask for a little extra time only because we have some things to put in. The borough president will be having her inauguration, Lehman Center for the Performing Arts, February the 1st, Sunday, 250 Bedford Park Boulevard. The borough president also will be hosting World Hijab Day as fashion show Thursday, February the 5th at Bronx Borough Hall. The borough president will be also sending a higher education college fair, and that's March 11th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Ostos Community College. And that's it. Go Yankees, Wepa, and we love Community Board 11. Bye.
Thank you, Kenny. Council Member Felice's office, I believe Guillermo is here.
Hi, good evening. Can you hear me?
Oh, wait, Guillermo, I'm so sorry. I see Alina is here from the mayor's office, so I'm gonna go to Alina first.
Hi. Is it on? Yeah. Hi, good evening, everyone. So I believe until February 1st, I can say Happy New Year. So I want to say Happy New Year's to you all. And then welcome to all of our new members. I'm happy to have the pleasure to meet you. So I am Alina Dow, and I am honored to be here as the Bronx Borough Director for Mayor Mandani. Yes. So our office is now called the Mayor's Office of Mass Engagement, formerly known as the Mayor's Office of Community Affairs. No matter what, we get work done. So I'm just here, really letting you guys know, Community Board 11, you guys are dear to my heart. I was like, the first meeting, I got to make sure I get here and share with you guys. Jeremy already knew because we were on a district service cabinet meeting. I guess he didn't tell anybody, and Cynthia too. But I just wanted to come and let you guys know that my contact information is still the same. I am still the conduit. I am right now I'm covering for the entire Bronx, so you might see me in more places. But either way, you guys know, I work really hard to make sure that you guys have connection to the mayor's agencies, and that hasn't stopped. We are still in transition, so please just bear with us. I know right now I'm still meeting some of the new agency heads, but either way, they're getting stuff taken care of. My phone number, yeah, I know this is going to be the comedy show real quick. It is still 914. Yes, everybody wants me to work for the mayor of Westchester. 914-446-8393. And my email is adowe, that's DOWE, at cityhall.nyc.gov. And I just want to again, thank you, because I did have a lot of support from the Bronx, and I want to just say thank you. That's all. All right, bye, you guys.
Thank you, Alina. Next, we have Guillermo Rodriguez from Councilmember Felice's office.
Hi, good afternoon or good evening. Can you hear me? All right.
A little louder if you can.
Okay, I will try to, I'll raise my voice. Good evening, everyone. Community Board 11, just a couple of announcements. Last week, Councilmember Felice was named as chair of the Committee on Public Safety. We know that public safety is a major concern for CB11 and the 49th Precinct. So as always, our office is open to hearing concerns and ideas from the community on how to improve public safety. So please don't hesitate to reach out to me, to our office on that front. Additionally, we will also begin tax prep in free tax prep services in our office starting next week. And you can give our office a call. We can set up an appointment for that at 718-842-8100. And as always, we're located at 573 East Fordham Road. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Guillermo. Joe McManus.
Good evening, everybody.
Representative Torres's
Yeah,
office.
I'm sorry. Do you hear me?
A little louder, Joe, if you can.
Joseph McManus from Congressman Torres' office. I just wanted to say Happy New Year to everybody and to all the new members. Just to let you know, I was on Community Board 11 for 18 years, so I know the community well. The congressman during the Christmas holiday, Hanukkah, all these holidays put together, he was giving out thousands of turkeys, either personally or through many of the community groups in the area. I even played Santa Claus at 2 or 3 different events, and the kids were unbelievable. I love doing that. Just one thing, the congressman is working on a bill to try and control the excesses of ice. People heard around the country how ice is just going crazy. So they're working on a bill to try and control them and make them more normal. And lastly, if there's any federal issues that anybody has, please contact me. My email is joseph.mcmanus@mail.house.gov. But if you didn't get this, Cynthia has my information, Jeremy has my information, and I will be seeing you maybe next time, but for some reason I couldn't make it tonight. So that's the final of my report. Like I said, any personal issues also make it a detailed email, and I make sure the person that works on that issue will get it in the office. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Joe. We have Nina Norwood from the Bronx DA's office.
Thank you, everyone. Good evening. My name is Nina Norwood. I'm with the Bronx District Attorney's Office. I first want to say congratulations to the council member and wish her the best of luck in her new position. So I do have two announcements I would like to make. One, we hosted 2 gun buybacks, one in November and one in December. They were very, very highly asked for. We collected over 350 guns that were taken off the street. So the DA is very, very proud of that. So we are looking to host more, so please look forward to hearing that. I'll be making those announcements when those are scheduled and we're ready to do those. Secondly, the DA's office is going to be having a re-entry employment resource fair. That's going to be Tuesday, January the 27th. So we know that with the storm that's coming in, it may be a high possibility that we may have to postpone it, but if the weather holds up, and we all hoping that it does, we will be having this employment resource fair. So again, that's going to be Tuesday, January the 27th. That's going to be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's going to be at the Justice Sotomayor Community Center. That's 1000 Rosedale Avenue. So what you can expect is workshops on resume building, interview skills and job readiness, employment support through education opportunities and DMV services, network with community organizations and peers. There's going to be free refreshments and giveaways, plus support programs with health and mental health services. They're also going to be doing a interview do's and don'ts workshop.
30
That's going to
seconds.
be between 11:30 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. conducted by VAP Community Services and the NYC Human Rights Commission. So again, we are looking forward to hosting this event, and we're hoping that the weather holds up so that we can. If not, it will be postponed and we will reschedule it for another day. Yes.
Can folks check to see if it's rescheduled?
Well, that's going to be sent out by mass email.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to wait to see, because as many of us are doing, we're watching the weather report hour by hour as it's coming in. As it comes in and we're sure that we're going to reschedule, we will make the announcement via email. Thank you so much.
Think you have did somebody have a question for Nina? No. Okay. Did I miss any of our elected representatives? Do we have a mic? Where's, okay.
All right, good evening, Community Board 11. How do I sound? All right. Thank you, Community Board 11, for having me. Thank you for the snacks. Thank you, Interlight, for the space. And my name is Michael Torres. I'm the Community Affairs Representative for State Senator Gustavo Rivera's office. I'm going to pile on and say congratulations to Ms. Audubon. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Looking forward to working with you. And as always, keep in touch with our office. We have our newsletter. If you guys want to scan it, I'll happily pass it to you. And we also have the WhatsApp channel for Spanish updates as well. And we also have free Narcan packs. So you can come to our office and pick up Narcan, the nasal spray, the testing strips, during our hours of operation, 12 to 4, during our walk-ins. And as always, we do free housing and immigration assistance with the NIMIC. And we also do housing assistance with West Bronx Housing once a month clinics. We actually just hosted our West Bronx Housing Clinic this past week, and we have our NIMIC Housing and Immigration Clinic tomorrow as well. And what else? As always, I am gonna leave palm cards on the information table. And if you guys are interested, please let me know. I have Arabic and Spanish on hand. And what else? We're gonna be continuing to be doing small business outreach so that these businesses know their rights. And also, just a side note, I reached out to the
30 seconds.
I reached out to the Department of Transportation after the joint subcommittee meeting regarding the access road on Unionport and Sagamore. They told me they were going to decide to review alternate plans and that they would reach out to the community board. If they reach out to you first, please let me know. I'm down to review those plans, come along on the walkthrough. And what else? Thank you guys so much for having me again. Happy New Year.
Thank
Any
you.
questions?
Definitely, let's keep the lines of communication open on that access road, and thank you for updating us on that.
Of course.
I do have a question because it is something that is going to come up in my chair's report is the issue of in-person attendance. And I went online. I know that there's a Senate bill. I don't know if Senator Rivera can, can give us an update in any way, but Senate Bill S455A, which is to lower the quorum requirements for meetings of community boards. I believe there might be something similar in the Assembly, but if there's anything that we can do on our end to kind of help propel that forward, or if people are inclined to help propel that forward, let us know, because one of our biggest challenges is in-person attendance.
That's S455A, correct?
Senate Bill S455A, yes.
Let me bring that back to my team, and I'll definitely let you know. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it, of course. Anything else? Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Catherine Kinde, is that you online?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I just unmuted you. Just try to raise your volume a little bit if you can.
Yes, hello. I'll try to be as loud as I can. Thank you, Cynthia. I was trying to wave at you guys any way possible. Okay, so real quick, my name is Catherine. I'm with the Office of Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez. On our end, just a reminder that you need a real ID to travel domestically. TSA has introduced a $45 fine for domestic travelers without a real ID. Please don't wait until the last minute to obtain a real ID. Last week, the Department of State announced the indefinite suspension of immigrant visa processing for 75 countries. Please contact us if you have any questions regarding this visa ban. We are also closely tracking reports of stolen mail. We encourage you to keep your address updated with your local post office and turn on notifications when expecting packages. If USPS or another mail carrier does lose your mail or package, you can reach out to our office. As a reminder, our office is here to help you with any issue pending before a federal agency. You can give us a call at 718-662-5970. We are available at our Hunts Point office Mondays through Thursdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Our office is
30 seconds.
located at 1231 Lafayette Avenue, Bronx, New York, zip code 10472. And yeah, that's it. Thank you very much. And I hope you all had some great holidays. Happy New Year. And I look forward to seeing you all in person soon.
Thank you. We have a hand up, Bishon Franklin. I don't know if that's a rep for one of the electeds or. I can't tell. Hold on. Can you speak?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Bishon Franklin Everson. I'm the community liaison for Senator Bailey's office. Just wanted to introduce myself, give you guys some updates. Our address is 959 East 233rd Street, Bronx, New York, 10466. Our phone number is 718-547-8854. And we do have a upcoming event this next Wednesday. It is our food distribution. It's usually every fourth Wednesday of the month. It usually starts around 12 p.m. And we give out food distribution bags to those in the neighborhood.
Is that it?
Yes, that's it.
Okay, so I will bring to you the same question that I brought to Senator Rivera's office about Senate Bill S as in Sam 455A. If you can see, if you can help us in any way in terms of updates or where that is right now and how we can advocate for it, please let us know.
I don't have any updates on that right now. I do have to follow back on that with my team, and I can have a update for you guys next time.
Great. Thank you so much.
No problem.
S as in Sam, 455A. Thank you. Do we have anyone else from any of the elected officials? I don't see anyone in the room. Okay. All right, so we'll move on to the chair's report. So basically, one of the reasons I'm asking about this particular bill, and I think it was Jeremy who first brought it to my attention a while back, is that we're having a challenge with in-person attendance in some cases. Some committees have no issues getting their committee members and getting a quorum, and then we have other committees where it's like pulling teeth. I just once again have to remind everyone, in order for us to conduct business, we have to have a quorum in person. There are few exceptions where someone joining online can qualify or count towards the quorum, and basically it's disability. That's pretty much it. So if you're routinely signing on from home because, hey, you just don't want to come in, that doesn't work, and it defeats the purpose of us having meetings, and it breeds a certain level of resentment because people are trying their best to come in person, and then to see other people that aren't, it's not helpful. So just hopefully if we can see what the status is of this Senate bill, which is meant to lower the quorum requirements to, I think it's a quarter or a third, it would make a difference. I don't know how we can advocate for that or, talk to our representatives, but just sharing that. So until such time as that passes, we really do need to try to be here in person. I know it can be a strain and a drain and time consuming, but otherwise then we end up with longer full board meetings because people didn't come in person, and we have to deal with things and make motions at the full board meeting. In terms of Just Home, we may have all seen the announcement. Mayor Mamdani announced the reactivation of the Just Home project. And, it is in our district. It is permanent supportive housing for people with a history of justice involvement. And I know that initially when we first heard about this, the idea was for it to include pretrial detainees. I did have a conversation with Stanley Richards from Just Home yesterday. And one of the things that they clarified is that anyone with a current open, non-adjudicated case would not be eligible for Just Home. So I don't know if this helps assuage some of the concerns, even if it's a small bit. You have to have your case adjudicated, done, no obligation with the system in order to qualify. They are committed to engaging with us some more. I asked to see if we can have some sort of an advisory board where we can have community involvement. They are completely receptive to that. So the plan is for Jeremy and I to continue to have some more meetings, maybe visit Castle Garden, which is the other building in Manhattan that they reference as, a sort of perfect example of their program. So, I'll keep you all posted. There's a frequently asked questions sheet in the front, and I'll be posting that on our Facebook as well. And, more to come. All right. Any questions? Okay. Moving on to the treasurer's report.
I'm waiting for information from the borough president's office that I need to use in order to finish the report. So I reached out to them again this morning. I haven't received anything. I think I said last month, the person who usually does it is no longer in that department, and I've reached out to the person that did it before, and I'm still waiting for an answer as who I'm supposed to contact. So as soon as I get that, I will get it out to you guys. Thank you.
Hi everyone. Happy New Year. So we did have minutes, but unfortunately they weren't posted in time, so we can't vote on them. And there's, I guess, a statement that needs to be made about the March 2025 minutes. There was a discrepancy. I think the motion stated that June 22nd be the date for the Juneteenth event. Unfortunately, it was not unanimous. So just want to put that out there, I guess. Thank you.
So just to clarify, so the draft November minutes are up. Bears with it. December we didn't have a quorum. But they're not ready to be voted on, even though there's a draft up. But in terms of this, it is my understanding that Jeanette Wilson intended to recuse herself. She's on video with her hand up. Am I wrong about that? Or that's for the March 2025 meeting minutes for that. So if we can, I don't know if we want to make a motion to amend the minutes to that effect. I mean, we should, because
I make a motion that we amend the June 2025 minutes to
March 2025.
sorry, March 2025 minutes, so that the statement says that the motion was passed, not that it was passed unanimously.
Second by Dier.
Any discussion? Okay. Anybody against or abstaining? Good idea.
Jeanette abstains for the record. Yes.
I mean, it's not unanimous. We have one person recusing. Otherwise, it's passed. What we do is, because you look at the way we do it is passed, and then we put who's either against or abstaining, and everybody else is in favor. So you can look at it who was present at that meeting to figure out the total number of votes. So we did establish quorum at the beginning. We had 22 at the time. I see Juan came in and Ken Gelnick. If there's anybody I missed online or in person, please let me know. But everybody's been accounted for. We have 24 in person, 25 present overall. So good, Hazel? Are we good? Oh yeah, so it's me. All right, so thank you for your service. Let's start with the final year. Unless my records are wrong, if you reapplied to be on the board last year and you've been on the board for more than 8 years or 4 2-year terms, this is Sandy Unger, Joanne Rubino, Joe Thompson, David Levitt, Junior Campbell, Rabbi Fuchs, Lisa Soto, and Hazel Mura's final year with us. There are exceptions where the borough president could reappoint you for 1 year. I mean, that's a huge percentage of our board, like that, right? But those are the people up. Everybody else, it will be the following year. So if you're up for renewal this year, which is Rich, Brada, Oral, if you're up for renewal this year, then you get to stay until 2028. But so thank you for your service, everyone. You know, if you decide to leave earlier, please let us know. But it's those names. I mean, I was also going to bring something else related to military service, but I'll spare you on that. I know you want me to send out the handouts, Cynthia, about there's some issue with Outlook right now. We couldn't even get into our texting scripts. Like we had to get on the phone with IT. Yeah. Yeah, there's something going on with Outlook. So even now I can't even email the handout. So but I also do want to thank Pat, Veronica, Dear, Christina for wearing the shirts that we purchased. Debbie brought her own. But I did make that clear to the council member when we met with her, thanks to the previous council member's funding is how we purchased those. Because I know some people want long sleeves. Well, maybe we'll get more funding for that. I don't know. Okay. But that's it for me for now.
For leadership, I don't have anything for leadership. I'm going to go right into housing and land use. And I'm going to do a motion, and we talked about this at housing. It was a motion to approve and send the draft 2910 Wallace Avenue support letter. So we drafted a letter for the folks who suffered the fire. So we got that passed. So the letter is just to have the electeds help us find them housing. That's it. It's a letter of support to help these folks find housing. So this was passed at housing. Any discussion? All right, hearing none. Any objection? Any abstention? So moved. All right, so that motion passes. Thank you. Next, 1682 Stillwell, which is Just Homes, right? No? Which one's that one? Oh. Huh. I don't have much information on that.
So the 1682 Stillwell Avenue, this was proposed 5 years ago, right? This is the one where we cited another shelter for this city on Poplar Street, right? In lieu of this shelter. It is not a men's shelter, right? It's going to be, I think it's all women. It's going to be an all women's shelter, but still, we made a deal with the city, or at least some people made a deal. Ultimately, the board went along with it. And now, yeah, we're still getting that shelter. So that's really it. They're going to come to us, or the housing committee. Yeah, that's the plan.
So there we
Yeah,
go.
but they're getting ready because I've seen activity
Yeah.
there.
Okay. So for construction.
Cleaning
Got
and
it.
stuff and everything.
So they're supposed to come. They were supposed to come this month, but they couldn't for scheduling. But they're coming in February, hopefully. So come to housing. No, that's another one. Ay, ay, ay. So come to housing anyway, so we could talk about this stuff. Because I think what we need to do is start writing letters of objections to the things we don't want. I heard the conversation earlier about Just Homes, and it dawned on me. Just because it's a mandate doesn't mean we can't write letters against these things, right? So I think it behooves us to go to committee, talk amongst committee, get letters out there so it's in the public domain, so the committee could say, hey, I'm for this, I'm against this. And I don't, whatever you could be on the left side, right side, doesn't matter. But go to your committee meetings and vote for letters of support or objections for whatever you think is something that the community needs or doesn't need. I think that's the easiest way an advisory board like us has a power to do, okay? Go ahead, Oral.
One, two, three. Define fair.
That's another one that's coming to present. Okay. That's 2560 Boston Road.
Perfect. That's all.
February 25th. Thank you, Chair. Any questions or comments? Thanks. Economic development? You got it.
Yep. This motion unanimously passed committee. It's a motion of no objection for the on-premise renewal alcoholic beverage license for the following two. Los Primos, located at 698 Allerton Avenue, and Liberty Diner, located at 2059 Williamsbridge Road. And so I make a motion to.
So Dwayne, you approved in committee last night, right?
Yes, correct.
So that's why it's on the agenda printed, not necessarily on the agenda online. So we're going to update that. Some people are, what are we trying to pull? This was passed less than 24 hours ago, basically, or approximately at this point, 24 hours ago, right? So just put that on the record, so people don't, do this conspiracy theory stuff. But it was approved in committee, so the motion is live already. You just got to ask for discussion. I recommend you separate the two in case, unless everybody's unanimous, separate the two.
So shall I open with a discussion?
Yes.
Sake of asking. Any issues with the NYPD on these locations?
No, I got an update on both locations, and there are no current issues.
Thank you.
Did they follow up on the 690? They were confused? 690, 698?
Yes, I did get an update from Chris coming in, so I did receive that correspondence
Thank you.
stating
Thank
no
you.
issues. Any other discussion? Any objections? Abstentions? Motion unanimously passes. Thank you.
Alex, Education, Culture, and Youth Services, yeah? Yes.
Is it on? It's on. Yeah, so I want to make another plug for the Yankees Youth Leadership Award. The deadline is coming up February 26th. This is an award we give to 5 young people in the district who volunteer 50 hours. And it comes with a $750 stipend as well as an on-field ceremony at Yankee Stadium. So it's a really exciting thing to be a part of, and obviously it's just great to be able to celebrate young people in our district who, are doing volunteer work and doing exciting things. So please, if you know anyone who you think might be eligible for this award, please pass along the information. The application is on our website under forms. And yeah. And then moving on, we have a motion for a letter of support to the Collegiate Institute for Math and Science. This is a grade 9 through 12 high school on Astor Avenue. We met with Felicia Morris, who functions as the parent coordinator for the school, at our committee meeting, and went over a number of areas where she felt the school was in need of resources and support, and talked about different ways that the community board could assist the school with those things. The letter of support was the first thing we wanted to move forward with because it seemed like the easiest thing that we could do for them right away. So this is a letter of support for procuring a grant for a program that would address absenteeism at the school. Ms. Morris explained to us that at her school, and also it sounds like throughout the city this year, there is a problem with low attendance at the schools. And so what this program would do is it's a nonprofit that would provide 2 staff members who would be working at the school. They would meet weekly with school officials, and then they would do outreach for students who have low attendance. So reaching out to those students, finding out why they're not coming to school, seeing what resources can be provided to overcome those obstacles, and also providing incentives like gifts and celebrations to encourage those students to come to school. And so the committee wasn't able to vote on a motion, but because it wasn't on the agenda, it came up during discussion. But informally, this is something that the committee is, supportive of. The members of the committee are supportive of. The application to the DOE is for a pilot program that I believe would cover 5 months for $29,000. But what Ms. Morris said is that if the pilot program is successful and they're able to expand the program over a longer period, they could get a reduced rate. And so that's what the letter of support is for. It would be provided to the DOE along with the grant application. But talking to the committee members, people thought, because of all the need that is in our schools right now and how much funds are stretched, it still is going to be a challenge to get that grant approved. And one thing that we thought would also be helpful is that this letter of support could be provided to our elected officials as well. I believe a lot of them have discretionary funds that they can provide for different projects. And so even if they're able to provide just a little bit of funding, from several of the elected officials to cover some of the cost of the program, that could kind of provide that extra push that could get the DOE to cover the rest. So, if the letter of support is approved today, I plan to send this out along with, working with Ms. Morris to send this out to the local electeds, which I believe, for this school is Councilmember Aldebal, as well as Assemblymember John Zaccaro and State Senator Rivera. So we're, excited about working with this school. As I explained to Ms. Morris, I mean, we hope this is an ongoing relationship. I do just want to, make a shout out to her because this is someone who has identified several areas of need at a school in our community and has then gone out and talked to everyone she can talk to and looked up every resource she could find to address these issues. So I think we're very lucky to have someone like this in our community who's this dedicated to our students and would love to be able to provide her with the support and get this program funded.
So do we have a motion?
Yeah, so the motion, which I believe I need a second because it didn't pass in committee.
Second. Second, but
The motion is to provide a letter of support to the Collegiate Institute for Math and Science for support of their grant for the I Will Graduate program to address absenteeism.
Seconded by Dwayne.
Discussion, any questions? Anyone opposed? Abstentions? Passes. Thank you very much, everyone.
Bylaws and ethics.
Hi, we didn't meet this month, so I have nothing to Yes? Louder, okay. We did not meet this month. I do not have anything to report. I'm looking forward to next month and hitting the ground running. Thank you.
Community development and budget priorities.
Good evening, everyone.
Louder. Yeah. Try to keep it close to your mouth.
Good evening, everyone. Happy New Year. Community Board Budget and Priority did not have a meeting. Our upcoming meeting is 1/28 at 7 p.m. Hopefully by then we get back the budget request from Department of Planning and we could discuss it. Thank you all.
Any questions for the committee? Okay. Health and Social Services.
Good evening. Is it on? All right. Good evening, everyone. We had a meeting. Our guest speaker did not show, but I tried calling him. And later that evening, I received an email, and he was very, very sorry. He didn't realize the time, and I will try to arrange it again because it was from Live On New York, and that is for organ donation, signing up. He will talk about it, explain it, etc., and I will make sure that that's done. We're also working on our health fair, and I just got an okay to have it here, or at least.
Woohoo! Thank you.
So I want to thank Christopher and Center Light for arranging. We'll make the arrangements and we'll work on it. So thank you.
What's the status of the Stop the Chop letter? Did we ever get a draft? Yeah, that was a couple of months ago, I think. Okay, so long story short is we need to follow up on that. Okay. So our clean, green, and motorized machine meeting, so park sanitation and transportation.
So, so in that meeting, Metro North did their presentation. The current ETA is 2030. They are trying to they are trying to pass some things that fast track and maybe do some temporary things. I don't know. My opinion, sometimes some of the temporary things are not necessarily safe and proper, so I wouldn't push. And we had the vote for the Propel project, which had failed. So that's that for the meeting.
Yes, Debbie did a wonderful job of concisely saying what went on. Metro North, don't start waiting at the train station yet. You might be waiting there for a few years. They could not answer some of the questions. Like a typical question was, they're building a temporary stations, maybe temporary. That I think they said 2027. And when the question was asked, well, was temporary? Are you going to have security there? Are you going to have parking there? No response. So again, hopefully it's going to happen. A lot of blame to Amtrak, which maybe is correct. They're saying Amtrak has stopped them and from accomplishing some of their goals. And in regard to that police thing with the parks, yeah, that's a big issue for the neighborhood. And I think we really, really have to look into that big time. Thank you.
Jeremy and I are still in communication with Rolando. We're trying to see if we can get some sort of a walkthrough. I was at work today, so I didn't.
All right, so so I emailed him yesterday. So State DOT, they're still coordinating with the agencies. Long story short, so once they coordinate something with them, then they'll have something for us.
Patricia?
This is in regards to the parks, Loretta Playground in itself. I know that playground was taken out of the beautification of Morris Park for the reason that I think our old councilwoman was going to take it and fix it up for the community. And now that she's not, I mean, can we put that park back in the project to beautify it? Because we need a lot of help with that. It's not in it. I mean, Molina Playground is in it, but the Loretta Playground was in it originally, but then it was taken out. So I don't know what's going to happen.
I think what you're asking is whether or not we can include it once again in the DRI.
Yeah, reinstate it.
I think that's a done deal.
It really never made it into DRI because the Parks Department agreed to renovate it. So what they put forth, because they were one of the people to make proposals. That's why that's in the DRI funding. It was Matthews Muller and Brady or Abrams, because they agreed to fund it, to renovate it. I don't know about the beautification part. Well, I mean, again, the child play areas, even the basketball courts. I don't remember exactly what they were included in, but they agreed to fund it and take care of it. I'll look into it.
And also, the park still remains open after dusk. No one is closing it. I don't know who to contact.
Just send me an email, and then we'll forward it on. I mean, what they will tell you is that they start at Renaqua. Whoever starts out, they go all around. So some playgrounds are open till God knows when, but it's all about the squeaky wheel. So send me an email. So at least it's documented too.
Okay, any old business? I know I have something, but I'll open it up first. Okay, so I'm going to mention social media under old business. So I had a situation over the summer where I was locked out of our social media accounts. I had no access to our password. And then when I reached out to the person in charge, there was a little bit of pushback. So Jeremy and I had a discussion at that point in time. It seems to have been a miscommunication. Jeremy made, it was something that was said and, not clearly defined. But my hope had been that the only people to have access to our social media accounts would be the office staff, the district manager, and myself, until we were able to think of another situation. For that reason, the issue came up today, and I asked Jeremy to follow up and remove anybody who was an admin or is an admin other than us. So Joanne, Debbie, I'm sorry I didn't have a conversation with you first. I felt I didn't know I needed to because I thought it had been done before. But regardless, yeah, so I will apologize to you for not giving you the heads up on that. But that's what I thought would be the best bet for now. If we figure something else out later on, great. But I think for the time being, with just the staff and myself, if I'm no longer the chair, then Jeremy can take me off. So I think it makes the most sense is to have it centralized. Go ahead.
I do like, I like to cross post from our citizens page, which is a private page. And I don't know if I'd be able to do that. How would I, if there's something that I want to share, how do I do that? Because there's no,
Yeah.
there's no,
Yeah.
comment.
I mean, for now, I can say that going through our social media, the Facebook and the Insta, I think I'm pretty much 99% of the posts are myself and Jeremy, and I do share stuff from your
Yes,
page.
that's-
I share stuff from PPNA, from BPECA. But if there's something that maybe missed my view, please feel free to text me, message me, or whatever until we figure something better out.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
All right. Anything else? Go ahead, dear.
Could be wrong, but just tag the board until they would get it, and then you can just repost it. To
Good
be
call.
easy.
Yeah. You could try that.
Or just send me the link. Send us the link. I mean,
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
so no, there is.
Yeah.
There is. So, but I will say, Pat, going back to the Laredo issue, so you can if you go to their website, it will tell you what proposed projects there are for any parks. So, for example, if you just go to the page, it says Laredo Playground, says recent investment, $2.3 million. But once you click on that, it says this is a tentative project list. Not all proposed projects will become active projects. So again, you email me, the squeaky wheel gets oil type thing. We got Shirley. I don't know if Pat's still here. But on the list is the public restroom building reconstruction, as well as the playground. I mean, the basketball court's needed too, but.
Anything else for old business? Does anyone have new business? I have new business, but I'll give someone else the floor first.
I know bylaws didn't meet, but I have a pending bylaw for attendance. I haven't forgot. And I know, and it's fine because we didn't talk about it. Even if it hits May, I'm gonna bring it up. I don't have it yet, but obviously the attendance thing grinds my gears, but we'll talk about it next month.
So that's so this is a good example. That's the point of the leadership committee, is that we don't let things like that fall through the cracks. Because did email it, it should have been on the agenda. Obviously, we all seem to have forgot about it, but now he remembers. So I'll work on putting it on for the next month. But that's the way it works. You send something in writing, it goes under the chair's report, and they bring it up at the meeting, and then you get. So it should have been on the agenda tonight, but thanks for remembering.
Okay, so new business. My transportation mind, this is the best place to have a meeting. Why? There's good parking here. There's a bus that stops right at the corner. There's a train that stops 1 block away. You get good free donuts over here. The bathrooms are clean. And I just think from all the places I've been all over the years, this meets all the criteria. Thank you.
And I want to thank Centerlight for having us. Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Oh, Mr. Thompson wants to speak. Hello, hello.
Microphone.
What's your name? What's your name? Thompson. You have an ID? You have an ID? No. Okay. Take your shoes off, please. We're going through FSA. Okay, let's go.
I was just going to say, and I live across the street.
Okay, that should do it. He's a senior member. That's also getting thrown off, right? So
But
it's fine.
just remember, Rabbi, since June, between now, they were doing some renovation work, so the space is not always guaranteed. But the guy right there, back there, is the guy to talk to, Chris.
Mr. Christopher.
Okay, so I'm going to move on to my item. And at this point in time, in order to discuss medical, financial, credit, or employment history of a particular person or corporation or matters leading to the appointment, employment, promotion, demotion, discipline, suspension, dismissal, or removal of a particular person or corporation, I am moving to go into executive session. Do I have a second? Harry. Well, do we have to vote on it? We have to vote on it. So are there any objections? Any abstentions? All right, so let's move into executive session. Okay.
Start the recording.
So so the e-board's gonna meet. Everyone else is excused. Have a good night. No, they have to come back?
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
it's a full board. I thought it was just
Sorry.
us.
I'm sorry. I would like to know what's going on.
Got it. Okay, thank you. Thank you for
Okay.
clarifying.
So, okay, I would like to know why I'm leaving and what's going on. Oh, we have to leave.
Board members stay. Board members stay. Gallery has to leave. Board members stay. Dwayne.
Hi, everyone. Just for clarification, all board members must stay in the room for executive session. Everyone else, we ask you to please leave the room. You could wait in the lobby until the executive session is finished, and then you could come back in the room. But for now, executive session is about to take place, and all non-board members must leave.
You can go, I think. Yeah. They can go, right? Oh, I mean, I spoke to Kira today, So, I mean, I don't know. He's a rep of the borough president. Yeah. No? Okay. Kenny? You can if you want to.
We gotta close it.